How'd you get involved in chess?
I learned to play games at a very, very young age. By the time I was 7 or 8, I could beat all the kids, and I could play even with all the adults in all the games, including dominoes and all that. And chess happened to be just one of the games. But I didn't really get serious until high school. When I came to this country, I was 12 years old. And in high school in Brooklyn Tech, I met a friend who was playing chess. And I thought, I'm smarter than all the kids at games. Nobody can beat me, so I'm going to play this guy, and I'm going to beat him. And he crushed me. It was just ugly, you know, just wipe out. And then I went to a library, and there was a book on chess. And it stunned me that there was a book. I was like, what? There's a book, there's strategy? And I opened it up, and it was Love at First Sight. And that's when I really first understood that books could open your mind to the wonders of everything you wanted to know. That's when I understood the power of a book. Because after I started reading books, I started crushing other players who I couldn't beat before.
Keep touching things. Yeah, you see that now, don't you? Oh, now you think that's going to help you?
This is the Mott Hall School in Harlem, where Maurice helped to establish another championship chess team. For these students, chess is more than just a sport. It's an essential part of the curriculum.
All right, so what is the first move? I think some of you have the first move correct. Richard.
The guardian is not letting the pawn into the castle.
All right, it's queening, right? So the pawn...
It astonishes me that in the generation of fast food and video games, these young people have the patience for chess.
We need to use some tactics here. Fundamentally, kids love to learn. As long as you make learning engaging, kids will pick up on what you're talking about. And so when you tell a kid you're playing the Sicilian defense and your guy's not going to know it, and you're playing the dragon variation of Sicilian defense.
Oh, that's great.
Or you're playing the Soltis variation of the dragon variation of the Sicilian defense. And now it's like, and they're not going to know this? Say, probably won't, because I have this new move that I'm going to throw at them. It's going to have you throw at them, and they're not going to know what to do. And so the kids sit and they memorize, and they study it like studying their timetables, so that when they get in actual competition, they'll be ready. And that's the great thing about chess. It's practical. Chess becomes like magic in this way, because I show you a move now, 5 minutes from now, you can go use it against your friend.
Right.
And 5 minutes from now, or 10 minutes from now, you'll win the game and come back to me and say, show me something else, because I just won that game, and I want to win again.
So it's self-reinforcing.
It's self-reinforcing, and that's the greatness of chess.
But how does chess help develop a child's intellectual skills?
The child who hasn't been doing that great in school, who doesn't have that focus and that concentration, suddenly sees this chessboard and is fascinated by the pieces, by the shapes, by the energy of it, and wants to learn. And the board focuses the energy into these 64 squares. And what you start to see happen is they start to look at the board and they start to think, because they can't help but think. You can't play the game by just picking up the pieces. You have to learn how the pieces move. You have to know a bishop moves like this. And then you have to notice the bishop is attacking your knight. Because if you don't do that, you're going to lose. The kids don't want to lose. And so they start to begin to realize the logical effect of their actions. The ideas of how to think better. The discipline of how to think better, of how to be focused over a long period of time, how to be concentrated, stay on a goal, how to defer gratification, because that's a big deal. You know, our kids want to just grab the first thing.
Our culture,
that's a better way of putting it, you're right. Our culture wants to grab the first thing in hand, and chess teaches, you grab the first thing, it's usually a trap. I'm usually trying to sucker you.
Can the kind of thing that you're doing, you're accomplishing with chess, be exported throughout the community?
I don't think chess is the only solution, and I would never profess chess as the only solution. And I think of it as a direction. Chess insists that you use your mind. It demands that you can't play the game without it. But success does too. That's what success is all about. And so the message in chess, the message is really more what I'm preaching than chess itself. As much as I love chess and as much as I think all our people should play, and it's cheaper than golf, for sure.
$15.
$15 for a chess set, and you could play for life and play with your kids, and it's family time. So, as much as I love it, I still think that the message of chess, that your mind is your key to success, that's what I'm trying to sell. And I think that our people are getting that. Our people are now becoming much more so lawyers, doctors, scientists. You're seeing us in all walks of life, that we can excel at every possible field, and particularly that intellectual field. That's where the money is.
Maurice is putting these ideas into practice in an after-school program called Heath.
Who's this movie star on this? Forget that guy.
Count it, man.
He's nobody. Let me show you the real accomplished people over here.
Okay.
All right, this is Heath. This is the Harlem Education Activities Funds. And what Heath is all about is taking kids in the community and making them successful, i.e. getting them onto great high schools, great colleges, and beyond. And there's a whole 10-year continuum. Heath takes a child from 7th grade and finishes all the way at the end of college. This board represents the college acceptances in 98 and 99. These kids are coming out of this community and going everywhere. And the point is to teach them that education is their ticket out. Here you have kids who've gone into Wesleyan, University of Connecticut, University of Pennsylvania, Fordham. These kids are hot.
Without Heath?
Without Heath, 90% of this would just disappear. Because they would not have all the direction, and many of them would fall through the cracks. And it's the kind of intensity and the focus on success that allows for kids to succeed. That's what it's all about. You have to be there for the kids.
And what lures the students into the program is chess.
The chess kids, we're getting them at 8 years old, 9 years old. Introducing them to thinking skills very early on. And by doing that, you prepare them for the High Expectations program and supporting that program. This night is very, very powerful because it's just controlling all the space.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a grandmaster.
Oh, you do? Great. See what you know. Good move. What I love is the eyes. The key place to look is the eyes. You can see you can see thinking. When you look at the eyes, when you look at the motion of the eyes, you can see that there's something going on. The search for truth.